Hey guys, and welcome back to today's NBA Play of the Day. For more pick content, you can head over to our main website, stumpthespread.com, which I'll throw a link to down in the video description, and over there you can access our daily free play. If you're interested in getting more of this pick video content, you can click that subscribe button, and also be sure to check out our MLB Play of the Day video as well. So heading into today's NBA Play of the Day, we're going to be talking about a matchup in the Eastern Conference between the Charlotte Hornets and the Atlanta Hawks. The Charlotte Hornets closed in a weak fashion in their last outing on the road against the Milwaukee Bucks, falling in the end by a final of 79-89. Charlotte was looking pretty strong through three-quarters of action on the road there against Milwaukee, but they completely fell apart in the end in the fourth quarter as the Bucks went on to really sprint past the Charlotte Hornets there right at the end. Charlotte was eliminated from the postseason a little while back, and since then, the Hornets have really been fading, in challenging matchups as of late. The Hornets have gone on to lose their last 4 games in a row, and on the year, Charlotte now stands 36-45 overall, which really isn't quite indicative of their total statistics and numbers this season, having a positive point differential, ranking 15th in the NBA in scoring average and 13th in total defense. This really just stems from Charlotte's inability to win a lot of games this season that were very close and competitive at the end, while also being able to show that they can win in convincing matchups as well. Charlotte, heading into next year, depending on what moves they make, obviously in the offseason, should at least be confident knowing that they should have made the playoffs this past year. They had a positive point differential, means they scored more than they gave up, and that indicates that this is a team that generally, more often than not, would have the kind of ability to make a push towards postseason play. It'll be interesting to see what Charlotte decides to do here come this upcoming offseason. Then they're heading on the road here to take on the Atlanta Hawks, and I'd really written Atlanta off given how awful they've been playing over the past month, but Atlanta's place in the postseason isn't necessarily completely locked in right now in terms of their seeding, but they are going to be making the playoffs. It'll be interesting to see how strong the Hawks push for that 5th seed over the 6th seed, where they're still in a battle in the Eastern Conference with the Milwaukee Bucks. Atlanta has been much more competitive as of late, putting together some very impressive wins in their last few outings here. First picking up a win against the Boston Celtics, and then in their last 2 outings, Atlanta has gone on to beat the Cleveland Cavaliers in back-to-back games in what's been a home-and-home series. Top scorer Paul Millsap is back in the lineup for Atlanta, and he's really been making a world of difference for the Hawks, who had completely fallen off the rails over the past month without him in the lineup. But he's been making a big difference, and Atlanta is now playing some of their best ball of the season, and it's really at the perfect time for this group as we head closer to postseason play. And Atlanta all of a sudden is now looking like a team that could end up being a factor over there in the first round series, depending on whether they get that 5th or 6th seed. Should be a series that they're competitive in somewhat, and maybe even potentially have the ability to push for an upset if they continue to play as well as they have over the past week of action. So coming to this one, Charlotte will be playing without their best player, Kemba Walker, and that's just because Charlotte's at a point where they're eliminated, and winning is not going to be all that important to this group right now as they try to keep their place in the NBA lottery. Charlotte heading into Atlanta on a back-to-back road trip, and Atlanta is looking much better with Millsap back in the lineup, and the Hawks are looking like they could be a postseason threat. Also, Atlanta still has something to play for here, given the fact that their seeding isn't completely locked in either in the East. So with a healthier, more motivated home team Atlanta going against a Charlotte squad that is coming off of a terrible fourth quarter collapse in their last outing on the road, and not going to be playing here with their best player, and just in general being disappointed on the season as a whole, we don't expect all that much out of Charlotte coming to this one. So we're going to go ahead and side with the Atlanta Hawks to continue to play well here, giving the 7.5 points as the better value bet against the spread. And this one, really, a lot of it comes down to motivation. It's just not there for the Hornets in this one, while Atlanta still has something to play for, and they've been proving themselves rather impressively as of late. So that's going to be our NBA Play of the Day, and again, guys, you can access our MLB Play of the Day video as well if you head on over to our YouTube channel, and if you want more pick content, you can head on over to our main website, stumpthespread.com, which I'll throw a link to down in the video description, and over there you can access our daily free play. So thanks for stopping on in, and we'll see you guys in future videos. Bye.